Moin, Namaste. This is Anoop.Chandranna, your financial advisor. Today we're going to talk about Riester Rente. Yes, it's been relaunched. After stopped in 2022, it's been relaunched again in Germany and it starts from January 2025. What is this Riester Rente? What are the benefits? What are the tax benefits and how one can use it for its advantage? We'll know about this in detail in today's video. So why delay? Let's start. What is Riester Rente? Riester Rente is a long-term pension plan which has huge tax benefit. It was started in 2001 and ever since then, every few years, it was reformed by the government to help people. This is mainly from the government to motivate people to stay in Germany and to have a dream home built along with the family in Germany. So in 2005, they made a small inclusion where 30% of lump sum can be availed at the time of retirement. And in 2008, they brought the main change where this fund can also be used for the purchase of your home as well as home loan repayment. Absolutely. You heard me right. This is no longer just a pension plan. This also can be used for your dream home in Germany. So let's see who's using Riester Rente in Germany. See, among roughly 80 million population, 15.9, roughly nearly 16 million as of now, are using Riester Rente. The reason why they use it, it's because of two tax benefits. Yes, not only you get yearly subsidy from the government, but you also get the tax refund for the contributions you make for this plan. We will know about that later. Now let's look into yearly subsidy given by the government which is credited directly to your Riester account. For every adult, 175 euros per year would be credited to your Riester account from the government. If you have a kid, additional 185 euros if the kid is born before 2008. If you have a younger kid who's born after 2008, per kid you're going to get 300 euros from the government. And if you are young and if you are younger than 25 years old, you would be getting a joiners bonus of 200 euros. That is, in your first year you would be getting 200 euros plus 175, that is 375 euros. Now let's know more about this yearly subsidy through some examples. Now we know that what is the yearly tax subsidy or allowance given by the government for individual. So naturally we can come to a conclusion that three sectors of people, that is people with household with one or more kids, or people with low income, that is yearly 40,000 or less than that, or people with higher gross income, that is more than 65 to 70,000 euros per year, would be highly beneficial. So I will explain you how they're gonna be beneficial with some live examples. But first we'll see how the household calculations are taken. Now in our first example is a person who's less than 25 years old who's starting this Riester Rente before 25 years. So naturally in his first year he would be getting a joining bonus of 200 plus his individual bonus of 175. So in his first year he would be getting 375. From then every year he would be getting 175. So let's talk about a couple. Both are salaried and both are earning. So naturally they would be getting from the government 175 euros each. Here both of them can have two separate Riester account, or they can have one Riester account too. Then we come to single parent. The parent gets 175 euros yearly subsidy, plus if the kid is born after 2008, 300 euros for that kid. Now we'll talk about small family, husband, wife and one kid. So naturally for kid 300 euros, husband 175 and wife 175. Totally 650 euros. And if you add one more kid to it, this 650 would become 950. Do you see how much the variation is? But I already told you, this is highly beneficial for low income, high income, and also household with one or more kids. Let's take a live example. So imagine a husband whose annual salary or gross salary is 35,000 and he has a wife who is unemployed or a housewife and they have two kids. So naturally, to get the 175 euros as yearly subsidy from the government, he or she should pay 4% of their gross income or 2100, whichever is the least. In case if your gross income is more than 52,500, you can pay only 2100. If it is less than 52,500, then 4% of your gross income. So in this case, he has to pay 4% of 35,000, which is nothing but 1,400. But in this 1,400, his 175 euros plus his wife's 175 euros plus two kids, 600 euros. So totally 950 euros will be deducted. So remaining 450 euros he has to pay yearly. So this he can split into monthly SIPs of 37.5 euros, or at one shot he can pay 450 euros. But wait a minute, the wife, does she need not pay anything? She has to pay. If the person is self-employed or unemployed, then there will be dependent on the earning person. So for them to be in the contract, all they have to pay is 5 euros monthly. That is 60 euros. So together this family will be paying 450 euros plus 60 euros, which is nothing but 510 euros, and the remaining amount, nearly 900 euros, will be given from the government. Sounds good? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Here in this case, government is paying more than 50%. So hence this is very beneficial for people with household for one or more kids, especially with a dependent spouse or a housewife or a houseman, and then persons with low income. What about people with high income? Let me give you a calculation. First, I will explain you the components. So here we are talking about an individual. In an individual account, you would be getting 175 from the government. The remaining amount, for example, think you're someone who's paying more than who's getting more than 52,500. Naturally you have to pay 2,100. If you take that 175 from 2,100, it should be 1,925 divided by 12 months. You have to pay 160 euros, which is high. But trust me, you will be getting tax refund on the contributions you make. That is, the contribution you make here is 1,925. For this, you will be getting huge tax refund based on your tax class. A little confusing. I will explain you better. But before that, let's talk about the calculation. Here we have taken an individual whose salary is 75,000 euros. He is a single person. He doesn't have a wife or a kids. So he has to pay 2,100 euros, out of which his 175 euros, which is marked in yellow, is exempted. So he has to pay 1925. Obviously, he can pay it by yearly 1925 or monthly with 160 euros. So naturally, he would be paying 1925. When he does a tax filing next year and shows the contribution made to the register, he would be getting roughly nearly 800 euros as tax refund directly credited to his account. So that makes his effective contribution less than 1130. So the government here, for an individual, high earning individual, would be contributing nearly 46%. This could be more if the person is earning more. So naturally, for high earning individual also, this is beneficial. So now let's summarize. For more such financial tips, follow me at Mr. FinTalk. Thank you.